after the show, but pasta will happen for me tonight. What is your favorite pasta? Let us know in the comment section. And one last thing, as if National Pasta Day couldn't be exciting enough, how about this? We have big news here on the Cash Show. Chill Dog has been off on a doggy retreat and a doggy makeover thing and just got back and is here in the studio. Check out Chill Dog's new look. I can still see elements of the old Chill Dog infused with some new Chill Dog. It's kind of a Chill Dog hybrid. Very, very cute. All right. Now we know what gender the dog is. Thank you, Director Dave. All right. If you're new, here's how the game works. Join in on time. How do you do that? You turn on your push notifications. Keep your app updated as well. And speaking of keeping your app updated, we have these games now available in the daytime that help you win skip cards. So if you want to get those skip cards, which are very valuable to getting further in the game, play that game in the daytime on your app, but have it updated. Thank you very much. And you know what? How about some trivia? Why not do it right now? Question number 1. Limericks are humorous poems named after a city in which country? Sweden, Ireland, or Germany?
Wow. I don't know Germany.
Okay. There once was a cat for the Cash Show who had a dog friend named Mojo. The cat, known as Creepy, could make you feel sleepy. As for Mojo, this is his show. And your answer is Ireland. That was my limerick. It took me a few hours to do, probably too long, but limericks are closed-form poems that adhere to a strict template. The last word in lines 1, 2, and 5 must rhyme and contain 8 or 9 syllables each. The last word in lines 3 and 4 must rhyme and contain 5 or 6 syllables each. Now that you know how to write a limerick, go ahead and write until your heart's content and send it to us. Question number 2. Stephen Hawking was an eminent scientist in which field? Ecology, physics, or botany? Hawking didn't have a sparkling early academic career that you'd expect from a grade A genius. He didn't learn to properly read until he was 8. His grades never surpassed the average scores of his classmates. However, he did get it together when it counted. He dominated his Oxford entrance exams to score a scholarship to study your answer, physics. Hawking suffered from ALS that gradually paralyzed him over decades. Throughout his life, he was still able to communicate using a single cheek muscle attached to a speech-generating device. And far from leading a secluded life, he wrote at least 15 books and was an active member of the scientific community. His final book was just released this week. He will be missed. Mr. Hawking, you will be missed. Question number 3. What word represents the letter C in the International Radio Telephony spelling alphabet? Cat, Charlie, or Candy? Several letter codes and abbreviations using the spelling alphabet have become well known, such as Bravo Zulu, letter code BZ, for well done. So if you get this answer right, Bravo Zulu. Bravo Zulu. Your answer is Charlie. So during the Vietnam War, the U.S. government referred to the Viet Cong guerrillas and the group itself as VC, or Victor Charlie. The name Charlie became synonymous with this force. Very interesting. And you are a force to be reckoned with because you have made it to question number 4. Referring to personal hygiene, what does BO stand for? Body odor, bad odor, or blasted odor? Did you know this, guys, that the human body has 50,000 sweat glands and can produce up to 1 liter of sweat per day and release harmful toxins? These toxins cause, your answer, body odor. So some believe that body odor is the smell of bacteria growing on the body, but it is in fact the result of that bacteria converting protein into different acids. Well, you know what? If you put it into those terms, it actually sounds somewhat cool.
Is that body odor you?
Yeah, it's my bacteria just converting protein into different acids.
Huh.
Yes. Just for the record, I don't have body odor. That was just a joke for the show. Don't have body odor, just for the record. Thank you very much. Because I know people are going to isolate that and go, Rafael has body odor. Question number 5. Which 1996 U.S. slasher film features a masked killer named Ghostface? Is it Silence of the Lambs, Scream, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre? The film satirizes many of the traditional elements of horror films using a combination of black comedy, whodunit mystery, and cliché. And if you got this correct, you will probably scream with delight. Drew Barrymore was supposed to play Sidney Prescott, but changed her mind after, she didn't want to play the lead anymore. It was like too much work. So casting directors then approached actresses Alicia Witt, the late great Brittany Murphy, and Reese Witherspoon to take over the Sidney Prescott role before eventually casting the amazing, where is she now, Neve Campbell. I know where you are right now. You are at our prize questions. Let's do it. I like chocolate cake. I like an apple fritter, but I love is to post on Twitter. Let's communicate on the dessert of social media sites at Cashshow_Rafael or the equally tempting and calorie-rich Instagram at US Cashshow Host. Also, you can tweet us directly by using the handle at Cashshow_trivia. Before we get into question number 6, the first of our prize questions, shout out to Jennifer S. She tweets, shout out to Debbie Woodle, hashtag more Cashshow. Also, a quick shout out to Jonathan Whitmore, John W. J. Dubs, thanks for playing the show. Question number 6. The Four Seasons is a 1725 set of violin concertos by which Italian composer? The Four Seasons is a 1725 set of violin concertos by which Italian composer? Salieri, Scarlatti, or Vivaldi? This composer's music isn't just a concert hall favorite. It's also been featured in many films. Listen out for his Concerto number 8 from Liestro Harmonica in Indecent Proposal and The Four Seasons in Pretty Woman, among others. I am sure if he knew where his music was used, he'd still be very proud. That gentleman is Vivaldi, which is your answer. Birds of a feather flock together, at least eventually, because Vivaldi and Mozart are buried in the same place in Vienna. But strangely, no one is exactly sure where he's buried. His grave was lost when Vienna's Technical University was built over the graveyard. So you could say it was their fault, technically. That calls for a dad joke. Dad joke. XL. Question 7. From which war was Odysseus returning from, Homer's Odyssey? Was it Peloponnesian, Trojan, or Corinthian? Homer's Odyssey takes place on the voyage of Odysseus and his comrades back to Mycenae after the conclusion of the Trojan War. Now, we don't have epic stories about return journeys nowadays, right? Because there are flights to go here and there. You can drive and stuff, but the worst thing you have to worry about is paying like $3 for a tiny bag of chips at the airport, or there being a lot of traffic going through LA. There's really no story there. There's nothing to grab onto. Question number 8. What is the Aussie slang word for a person who seeks to deprive others of behavior deemed to be sinful? Wowzer, Bowser, or Dowser? We call someone whose sense of morality drives them to deprive others of their sinful pleasures like liquor as a party pooper, a killjoy, wet blanket, square, or neo-maxi zoom dweeby. But down under, they are wowzers. John Norton, editor of the Australian scandal newspaper Truth, claimed to be the first to use this word in 1899, but some claim that the present meaning originated from the Australian temperance slogan, "We only want social evils remedied," or wowzer for short. Question number 9. Which Caribbean island is the largest in terms of land area? Jamaica, Cuba, or Puerto Rico?
Cuba?
With a total land area of just about 42,426 square miles, roughly the size of the state of Tennessee, the most spacious of the Caribbean islands is your answer, Cuba. Cuba has the highest doctor-to-patient ratio in the world. There are so many doctors in Cuba that doctors are often sent abroad to countries in great need of medical professionals. But despite the amount of doctors in Cuba, you will still be waiting on that strip of butcher paper for longer than you care to be. You know that crinkly stuff that you have to wait for the doctor? You'll still have to wait, despite the amount of doctors. You don't have to wait for question 10 because we are here right now. What was the name of the military transport version of the Douglas DC-3 aircraft during World War II? Carolina, Virginia, or Dakota?
I'd go with Virginia.
The armed forces of many countries used the DC-3 and its military variants for the transport of troops, cargo, and wounded, and were known as your answer if chosen correctly, and that is Dakota.
Oh, good job.
Perhaps unique among pre-war aircraft, the DC-3 continues to fly daily in active commercial and military service as of April 2017, more than 80 years after the type's first flight in 1935. But you know what? You better not announce how old the planes are until we're safely on the ground. I don't want to be mid-flight and hear, guess what, guys? This jet that you're in, 80 years old. Don't want to hear it. Question number 11. What highly toxic element is used in rat poisons and insecticides? Manganese, thallium, or lithium?
Thallium?
One of these choices, far from being toxic, can be used to treat and prevent manic episodes of bipolar disorder. That is lithium. And manganese can be used for osteoporosis, anemia, and weight loss. So the one you don't want in your system definitely is your answer, thallium. Soluble thallium salts, many of which are nearly tasteless, are toxic. Now, because of its historic popularity as a murder weapon, thallium has gained notoriety as the poisoner's poison and inheritance powder. How dark is that? You know, when you can't get your hands on some good old-fashioned arsenic. You know what you can get your hands on? Our final round. It's here. Let's do it. I am not going to ignore you, people who are messaging us right now. Big boy style, what gender is he? Talking about the new chill dog. That would be a male, but I thought that was pretty clear the way Dave held it up to the camera. Abby 10, hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. The Big O, we love Ohio. Why do we love Ohio so much on the show? We really do, right? We love all the states but Ohio. Miss Mary Evelyn, hi from Mississippi. We love Mississippi on this show. Don't we love Mississippi? I don't want Mississippi to feel left out. All right, now, here we go. Final round, question 12. Come on, calm down. How many? Oh, we have just shy of 3,000. I thought a lot of these questions were hard. I think most of the questions are hard, but that's just me. Question 12. Which phenomena did Theodoric of Freiburg correctly explain in the 14th century CE? Rainbows, aurora borealis, or photosynthesis?
In the 14th century. I'd say.
I think I missed the explanation for all of these things because as far as I'm concerned, plants are magical. The sky makes the glowy colors when it's happy. And I do know for a fact that your answer is created by Lucky the Leprechaun of Lucky Charms fame. Of course, rainbows is your answer. Now, a huge bravo Zulu to all our winners. Great job. I guess you'd have to remember that reference earlier in the game, but either way, congratulations to all of our winners. We are going to bless you right now with this right over here. That is our prize distribution list. It is here. We didn't lose a lot of people on that last question. A lot of you guys know where rainbows come from. Rainbow Connection. We love it. Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. LeVar Burton, friend of the show now. You know what we're going to see next is our winners list. Let's see. It's all broken down. 2,639 winners, all winning just shy of $1 by 2 cents. That's 98 cents. And I didn't think I was quick in math. I guess I surprised myself. You know what? We cannot thank you enough for joining us here on the Cash Show. Of course, we're doing our summer schedule, which means that we will be back on live this coming Sunday. In the meantime, check out Twitter. We're always active on Twitter. And I'm going to have a new video that's coming out on Twitter for a rap that I wrote revolving around you guys. Yes, it is a Cash Show fan appreciation rap, and it's just for you. So stay tuned to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook for that. It should be dropping hopefully Friday. If I can get with the record label, Friday for you. Thanks for joining us here on this episode of The Cash Show. We'll see you on Sunday. Be safe. Bye, guys.
Oh, yeah, because we're not going to be around. They're not going to be open tomorrow.
But
So
I would figure they just save it till.
But then